Hello everyone. Who says you still can't get a good deal in Vegas? Sure, prices have risen in the last few years, but relatively speaking, there are still great bargains out there. In fact, there's so many deals in Vegas, it can make your head spin like a roulette wheel. You just have to look in the right places. Well boy, are you in luck to have stumbled on our video, because we have some great places for you to check out that we think are some of the best and most delicious deals in town. Today we're going to include 5 places in order from good to best, where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Okay, coming in at number 5 is a place right in the heart of our downtown district. Siegel's 1941 at El Cortez. The 1941 in the name refers to the year it was built. It's like walking into a time capsule, visually a throwback to a bygone era, right out of the days when Vegas was run by the mob. As you enter this classy mid-20th century jewel, you almost expect to see ladies in stiletto heels, mink stoles, and dressed to the nines, alongside gentlemen in 3-piece suits, hats, and cigars. Of course, you won't see any of that today. It's warm-ups, t-shirts, and jeans. Welcome to the 21st century. They have a number of deals here, but today we're delving into one exclusively for those over 50. It's Siegel's 50/50 menu. It's available every Wednesday, and it's 50% off for those 50 and over. My mother used to say, if you lie about your age, always say you're older. It makes you look younger. Well, in this case, it also gets you a nice bit of savings on some very good food. As we entered, it was good news, bad news. The good news, they gave us the discounted rate. The bad news, they didn't even bat an eye to consider if we were too young to qualify. Damn. Of the many dishes available on the 50/50 menu, we tried 3. The matzo ball soup, just like Blvd made it.
If she were on a low-sodium diet.
The chicken broth was pretty bland, but nothing some salt wouldn't fix. Next time, I'm going to be sure to smuggle in a few chicken bouillon cubes. I must be getting old for that to sound exciting. Our server was kind enough to divide it up, so each bowl represents half the amount you normally get. This chicken's seen better days. It's a little past its prime. All that's left is shreds. However, it still tastes wonderful in the broth made from carrots, celery, and black pepper. The matzo ball's outstanding, and it comes with toasted bread. Turkey Cobb salad. A great deal for a Cobb salad. Turkey, blue cheese, bacon, avocado, and tomatoes. You get a choice of almost any dressing you can think of. We got the ranch. None of the dressings are homemade, which was a bit of a letdown, but still very tasty, and all in all, a great deal for the price, especially given the huge portions. Very filling, and easily enough for 2 people to share. I could see this becoming a habit for salad lovers. The gentleman sitting at the next table, when he was first seated, the server right away said, "The Cobb?" He smiled and said, "Of course, that's why I'm here." We kept an eye on him. He ended up taking half the Cobb home, and on the way out, he snapped open a brand new $1 bill and reverently placed it down for the tip, then said to the server, "See you next Wednesday." I immediately heard in my inner dialogue my Uncle Sal from the Bronx saying,
I bet that man still has the first nickel he ever made.
Finally, we had the steak and eggs. These hash browns, crispy and delicious, some of the best I've ever had. I don't even remember the last time I had hash browns, but it's been too long. Served with 3 eggs any style, and your toast of choice. The steak looks a tad anorexic and thin, but don't be fooled by the size. The flavor was tremendous. The quality of the meat is a little better than Village Pub at Ellis Island and many of the other hotel steak deals we've covered. So tender, you barely need a knife to cut it. This beef is fantastic and very well seasoned. From $29 to just $14.50? What a steal. They also have a number of drinkable desserts, as well as a few types of cakes and their homemade bread pudding, all part of the 50/50 menu. We ordered the chocolate ganache cake, but it's not available anymore. Our server suggested the apple cobbler, which we later learned is not on the 50/50 menu, so we got hit up for the full price of $9. Fortunately, it was one incredible apple cobbler, served with Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean ice cream. They don't make this here, but I'd highly recommend it. The apples have the perfect amount of sweetness without being overpowering. Whoever made this dessert knows what they're doing. I love this crumble on the top. It just melts in your mouth. This was not part of the deal, but wow, it's amazing. We're loving this dessert. So, not only does this hotel and restaurant have a magical appeal, but you simply can't go wrong with the 50/50 menu. It's a fantastic value and not to be missed. I, for one, can't wait to return. Makes me almost happy to be over 50. Coming in at number 4, all-you-can-eat tacos at La Vecindad. La Vecindad means the neighborhood, and it's decorated in the theme of the Mexican TV show El Chavo de Ocho. It's a lot of fun and a great deal. For $24.99 every Wednesday, it's an all-you-can-eat taco extravaganza. You can have your fill, savory, made-from-scratch tacos. This is a great deal, as each taco normally sells for $3.99. So if you're able to eat at least 7 tacos, you'll get your money's worth. I've eaten as many as 14 before, and can throw back 7 in no time. So it's a total no-brainer. Not only are the tacos authentic, but very tasty as well. They have 6 different tacos from which to choose. Taco de Pastor is one of my favorites. Pastor means father or priest. They were invented by Lebanese immigrants who came to Mexico and made shawarma. They couldn't find the exact ingredients they had in Lebanon, so they improvised and used what they had available in Mexico. And so what we today know as Pastor was born. It's usually made by marinating pork shoulder in chilies, along with pineapple or orange juice, ground annatto, clove, oregano, garlic, and other spices overnight. Here, they also top it with pineapple. It's delicious. Carnitas is fried pork and very popular in Latin American culture, where they fry the whole pig and each part is treasured. Carne asada is grilled, marinated, and perfectly seasoned steak, seared till it gets a nice char in it, then chopped up and put into a homemade tortilla. Chorizo is seasoned ground pork sausage. It's made from unspeakable parts of the pig,
Trust me, you're better off not knowing.
minced together and seasoned with garlic, ancho chili, paprika, oregano, cumin, clove, cinnamon, and coriander, also known as cilantro seeds. The sausage is ground and used as the taco filling. They also have a wonderful cabeza, which is the meat from the cow's head and is a delicacy in Latin America.
And who doesn't love a little carvesa?
Of course, we can't forget the amazing chicken tacos. They're so well seasoned and fresh. It's delicious grilled chicken with a nice sear on it. All the tacos can be topped with chopped cilantro and onions, if you so desire, and comes with plentiful cut lime on the side. One of the things I really love about this restaurant is that nearly every element is made on site, including the tortillas, salsa, and the 3 hot sauces. You don't often see that these days. As for the tacos, you really can't go wrong with any of them. I consider myself a taco aficionado. I lived in Mexico City for 6 months and grew up minutes from Tijuana, where we dined frequently, so I know authentic Mexican food, and that's what you'll find at La Vecindad. This restaurant always has a welcoming and fun environment, and the all-you-can-eat tacos on Wednesdays is a great deal. Coming in at number 3, Rustic House Steak and Lobster Special. This is one of our favorite places for getting a steak. Sundays, it's half off all steaks. But today, we're talking about the $19.99 steak and lobster specials on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Hi, gorgeous. What time do you get off work?
I remember when people were petrified of the number 1999, with predictions of horrific malfunctioning technology. But now, 1999 is an uplifting number, if it's all you're paying for steak and lobster in 2024. This deal includes an 8-ounce top sirloin steak and a 6-ounce lobster tail. Also, for just $20 more, for a total of $39.99, you can upgrade your steak to any of their other larger cuts they serve and replace the 8-ounce steak. As many of you have noted in the comments section, we can put away a lot of food. So here we have the lobster deal, but we have replaced the 8-ounce top sirloin steak with the larger 16-ounce New York. While not part of the deal, We also decided to add fries for $7 and a large Caesar salad for $13. We've had these before at Rustic House, and they're so good, we just couldn't resist ordering them once more. The Caesar is fabulous, one of the best I've ever had, a true Caesar salad. The fries, also some of the best I've had in the city. This lobster tail, fresh and flavorful. It's perfection on a plate. And, of course, great with the melted butter. It didn't taste like your typical frozen lobster tail. It was fresh, moist, tender, yet firm. It was a delight to eat. I really enjoy the lobster tail. The steak comes with a subtle chili sauce on it, not too spicy. If you want, tell them to leave it off. It just adds the slightest hint of pepperiness. I personally like it on the side, since this meat is so delicious, you really don't need it. Where do I begin with this fabulous meal we had? First of all, the steaks here are in the same league as any Gordon Ramsay restaurant. Top-notch quality meat, beautifully prepared. This New York steak is probably one of the best you'll ever eat. Look how thick it is. The flavor is phenomenal, tender and juicy. You can taste the subtle charcoal notes, but they don't overpower the meat. In my opinion, this is one of the best steaks in the city, and not very much fat either. And the little amount of fat there is, edible and delicious. And as if this deal isn't enough, they also offer a discount when you sign up for a rewards program. Just leave your phone number on your receipt, and they'll sign you up. You'll receive $20 off your next meal, and there are many other great perks. Okay, coming in at number 2, La Thai. They have 2 locations, one in the downtown district on Fremont, and another just west of the strip on Charleston called La Thai 2. Every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., they offer lunch specials for just $12. The deal comes with free rice and your choice of a fountain drink, which is either Diet Coke, Coke, Sprite, iced tea, or lemonade. You can upgrade to Thai iced tea or Thai coffee for an additional $2.50 at La Thai 2 or $3 at La Thai on Fremont. Besides having a swinging downtown fun vibe, La Thai has it all with some of the best Thai food you'll ever have the pleasure of eating. La Thai 2, tucked away in a small strip mall with limited seating, is the culinary equal of the downtown location, and for us, so close to our home, we could practically walk there. Of course, being from LA, if we have to walk more than a block, we drive. They have a number of excellent dishes available on their lunch special menu. Today, we had the 3-color curry and the gapow. 3-color curry is a combination of red, green, and Penang curry. It comes with your choice of protein, chicken, pork, or beef. For shrimp, add $2 at La Thai 2 and $3 for their downtown location. We ordered it with chicken. The sauce is made from a homemade paste, and you can really taste the difference of homemade versus store-bought, pre-made paste that most Thai restaurants use. There are peppers, carrots, and onions along with the chicken. I also love the fact that the curry isn't watery or runny, nice and thick, and coats the rice so perfectly. We ordered it spicy, but you have a choice in the level, so you don't have to burn your face off, unless you want to. As you all know by now, I have an obsession for chili, so it's never too spicy for my liking. The kapow is similar to Thai garlic basil. Again, you have your choice of protein as before. We went with the chicken yet again. I always think chicken makes a perfect backdrop to any seasoning without interfering with the flavors. This dish comes with an egg, but you can ask them to leave it off if you prefer. They give you a huge amount of food here, so there's plenty to share if you wish. This is also one of our favorite dishes. In fact, I have an instructional video out of how to make it at home. There's so much garlic in this, it'll knock your socks off. It's one of those simple dishes with complex flavors that you'll just want to eat again and again. I love all the basil they put in it, and the peppers are also just delicious. Make sure to get some of these little green chilies if you like spice. You're going to love them. And don't forget, you can even add chili flakes if you want it spicier. All in all, Latai and Latai 2 have great food in a fun environment and good portion sizes. Translation, a great deal. Okay, drum roll please. And now, for the top of the list, our number one choice, the bargain of bargains, SK Seafood Restaurant. This place gets very busy, so if you want a seat at lunch without a wait, try to arrive a few minutes prior to opening at 11 a.m. SK Seafood's not only one of the best and most authentic restaurants in our Chinatown, but they also offer the best bargain lunch deals, ranging from $13.88 to $14.88. These lunch specials are offered every day from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Just remember, not on weekends or holidays. They include a generous container of white rice and a fresh pot of hot tea. They also happen to have homemade hot chili oil that's wonderful. Make sure to ask for it. And before we begin, please take note of the portion sizes. Very generous, easily enough for two people to share 2 different dishes and increase the variety for each person. Given the excellent lunch special prices, we usually share 3 dishes so as to get a good sampling of their different offerings. So, without further ado, here are 3 of our favorites from their lunch specials menu. They have the best Kung Pao chicken I've ever eaten since dining at the famed Madame Wu's of my youth in Hollywood. It's quickly flash fried in a wok hotter than the face of the sun to give it that great wok hay. I love the flavor profile of this dish. Red chilies impart a charred, earthy tone that most other Kung Pao chickens in the city lack. It also contains red and green bell pepper, peanuts, and onions. These add a wonderful complexity of both flavors and textures. I could gush about this dish all day, but let's just say this Kung Pao chicken leaves the rest in the dust. Another one of our favorites is the sweet and sour chicken. I don't know how they do it, but they're able to fry their chicken in a wonderfully crispy coating without having it weighed down with any grease. It's sweet and sour at its best. Not too sweet, and just the perfect amount of tartness to make your tongue do a happy dance, assuming your tongue is so inclined. You have to try this dish. It's the best in the city. Almost everything they make here is superb. Last but not least, the deep fried fish fillets. Remarkably good. Imagine the freshest white flaky fish, lightly fried to perfection, then coated in garlic, cilantro, serrano chilies, red chilies, finishing salt, and of course, coarse black pepper. It doesn't get any better than that. I could eat these fillets every day. Such a clean recipe and executed perfectly. If you only ever get a chance to go to SK one time, don't miss this dish. Well, all that being said, full disclosure, the food is fantastic, yes, but the atmosphere at SK isn't exactly endearing. It's a no-frills type of place. No interesting works of art, nor warm, cozy, comfortable setting. And you won't be making besties with your server anytime soon either. But the good well outweighs the bad, and you'll be getting a large portion size of some of the most authentic Chinese food in town at a great price. Well, I hope we helped you find some new spectacular deals in Vegas. It was very difficult to decide on the order since all the bargains were so good. Siegel's could have come in at the number 1 spot, but being only for those over 50, it seemed too restrictive. As usual, we focused mostly on the food. While some places were more fun or aesthetically pleasing than others, we didn't judge based on any of that. I hope you check out all of these great places. Maybe you'll see us there.
And don't forget to tell them, Let's See Vegas sent you.
I know we're all guilty of watching YouTube videos and not participating. As a reminder, please like, comment, subscribe, or even become a VIP member. It means a lot to us, and it helps us grow and to bring you more reviews. Until we eat again, bon appetit!